Welcome to Groucho and the Gentleman Podcast. We getting it in. Enjoy.
We recording, Ev?
Yes, sir.
And let me get some tunes, Ant. You have to be white for real.
Yeah.
Kendrick knows this. Come
I
on.
definitely don't know this one.
You definitely know this.
We do. We know it. We do know it. We know it's cowboy music, but we know it. It's down.
Okay, Ali gets a point.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Ali gets a
We know
point because
it.
I never heard that song in my life.
Have you not heard this before?
Kendrick definitely
ever?
heard
I do not know this.
Listen, they be line dancing to this and all that.
Do they really?
Wait,
Yes.
All right. Ant, kill the tunes before we get flagged.
Is this Lyle Lovett or some shit?
Oh, I definitely didn't know
Who was it,
that.
Josh
I don't even know who Josh is.
Likely his cousin.
Shout out to
Doesn't
Josh
matter.
Turner.
Shout out to Josh Turner.
Big shout out.
Are you still? Is he alive?
I don't know.
Why you always
Okay, let's
killing
make
him?
it
Wait,
true.
why are we always shouting
he
people?
is,
We don't even
oh,
know
he
Josh
kills
Turner.
everybody.
Huh?
Kendrick kills
Let me tell
everybody.
you something.
He's
People
still
die.
alive. Yo. All right. So let's back this up.
People die. What
We
can
got
I
a
say?
whole
I
bunch
agree.
of amazing special guests in the house.
Yes.
Let's chop it up.
Shout out my
Yeah,
brother,
JP.
my brother Ant on the ones and twos. He's the one with that country selection.
Yeah, man. Behind the scenes.
I'm
You're
glad
very
he went
important.
there, and I knew it. Bang! But peep how we was all doing the.
Now we all.
No.
I was
didn't know
back
what was
here
happening.
dancing. Right.
I
Let me
did.
say,
outside
you know, Jamaicans love country music,
We
but
know.
I do not.
So what do you right?
I am the one
Hence,
Jamaican.
he's not Jamaican. Every episode it comes out, he's not Jamaican. Anyway,
What? The man same from what?
let us introduce ourselves as
I don't know
Ali.
what
Saint
you just
Vincent.
said. I
What-
need
I don't
a
know what that
whole.
Yeah, insult
So
the whole
let's-
St. Vincent Island. Go
Right.
ahead.
So let's get into our normal, and we are.
It's Groucho and the Gentleman. I'm JP Groucho.
Obviously, I'm the gentleman. Wolf K. Look me up.
I'm
Instagram. Don't DM
Ali
me.
Al in the background.
And we got a special
Got a
guest.
special guest?
Our first guest of season 2.
Yeah.
She's been bothering us to get on the show.
Made you seem thirsty.
This is one of our homies
Look
from
at
the
the finger
spot.
go up. This is the night we're gonna be.
It's from our local watering hole.
Don't read me.
Listen.
This is one of our homies from the spot, Telle.
Yes.
Introduce yourself, Telle.
My name is Telle, and I go to the bar with these niggas. And we hang out, we kick it, we have a great time, but we are about to draw some motherfucking lines in the sand tonight.
Yes,
because
JP,
this
Groucho.
biatch.
Whoa, it's so calling me words
disrespectful.
already.
Guys,
Get ready,
Guys, I actually
Ready.
have some support this time.
locked,
Usually it's all on
and
me.
loaded. Fuck that.
See, I want to tell y'all niggas this is for entertainment value only. Nobody call me biatch out there.
And by the way, nobody calls me nigga. Just FYI.
There's so
We
much going
accept
on.
it. We accept it on the show.
Yeah, this is for the show. This is for the
show purposes
Tell you.
only.
But if
Show
any of y'all
purposes
come up to me
only.
saying, "What's up, my nigga?" I ain't looking at you. So
That is true. That is true.
And definitely you say what's up, bitch. Hey.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. So it's
Now
all
we
for
can't be saying.
Anyway, let's move on.
Oh. Well, welcome, Telle.
Tell
you guys.
Tell them
Thank you so much.
a little about yourself.
Okay, so I am born and raised in Chicago. I am a former dancer choreographer who has now moved into acting.
I didn't use a choreographer. What kind of dance?
Hip hop, street. I used to work for a lot of different artists. I started in the business in artist development.
Oh, dope.
So that makes sense, you know, Telle. I saw you did a post on IG the other day, like a montage of dancing and
Yeah.
and like on your morning minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, that's my shit. It makes me happy. If there's nothing else that I could do in my life, that is one thing that I could do just consistently without even being paid to do it. It's just something that brings me joy.
And you bring us joy.
Yeah.
So, question,
Yes.
Tell. Question, my Tell. Do you want people to follow you? If so, shout your.
Oh yes, please. I am on Instagram at I am Telle, Telle Thomas, Thomas. Please come over and join the shenanigans.
Well, I guess Ali doesn't watch the show because I put people's Instagram,
The shade.
What about our blind people? What about our audience that is listening on different
we never did that
streams?
too. Well, at Mr.
As I sip the tea.
Listen, I'm learning from you. Last week you was like for the people that hear us versus seeing us. So I'm learning from you too.
But dope, I accept it. You're right.
I love it.
So
Checked.
So Ali, what you have? Since our last
Sharpie.
podcast, is that Sharpie anyway? Since our last podcast, what we been up to? What we been up to? Going.
I'm first?
Yeah.
All right. So since our last podcast, of course.
Since you finally got back in from jet skiing.
Jet setting across the world.
Ooh, yeah.
That's what she did all summer. Reminder, guys. You'll see
I'll
that
be
in episode
outside.
2.
Sure.
Where she talks about some of her jet setting ways this summer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll be
Now,
outside.
it's really just been family time. My daughter surprised me with my grandson. I
Little
went
man.
to the I don't know how to say this right. HBCUSUNY game.
Some more letters.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of letters. It was Morehouse
Is
versus.
that a competition with?
What?
We talking about football.
I know where he was going with this.
Talk
But
about
now listen to him.
football.
I know where he's going with this.
All I was talking about
You
was
knew where he was going with this.
football.
I knew where he was going with this. That's what he does.
I was just. I'm sorry.
I was just talking about
Just
the football
just
game that I
conversation.
went to with my people.
Please continue, Al. Please continue.
And my daughter surprised me, and Cairo ended up at his first football game.
Oh, he came.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know he came.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw the picture at the
In the
end.
group
Yes.
chat. Yeah.
Oh.
You know, you never told us the story of like what happened. Like you was like, oh, I got a story to tell, and then everybody's
So
like, yo, what happened?
okay, yeah. So the story to tell about the game was my homegirl got there.
Communicate. You can talk.
Yeah, you can talk.
You can shout out. You
You can shout out. We can hear you in the back.
Yeah. We
Or Ed's like, yo, I'm waiting until I get my.
I'm waiting till I get my spot on the couch.
Right. Saving it all up.
He does have a couch, by the way, guys,
is
but
a
not
little-
the couch. But he has a couch.
Ed said, I ain't no background
Well,
star.
I do, but I think he's a little pissed that he's not sitting.
Yeah, I can see it in the street. Oh, look at his face.
We got you. You on the
Are you-
episode. We
You-
got you.
you're gonna be on an episode.
You'll be on another episode,
You
like the
deserve a whole
second or the
episode.
third one.
So the story is my homegirl really got there
Well.
before us.
That was rude.
Right? And tailgating is really a thing at these games. So she was waiting for us. She was waiting for us. And some older geriatric gentleman.
Not Jerry, yeah.
What
Dinosaurs.
does geriatric mean?
Dinosaurs.
Damn.
By the way, I
Yeah.
am supportive of all age groups.
Because you geriatric.
What does that mean? Nobody talking about nobody age. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying they was a little up there.
Right.
Up there.
I'm on my way.
They was on the
I
stairway
hope
to
they get
heaven.
Right.
That means they.
You said they was on the stairway to heaven.
Okay, listen.
What? What did you just say?
Yes.
No.
All right, so these
And
niggas
they
about to die.
adopted
Okay.
her. Right?
They adopted the.
Well, in terms of adopted her, they was like, "Whoa, while you wait for your friends, you could just hang out with us."
Gotcha.
So now we
Come here,
spend
little
most
girl.
of
Come just
no, they were not old creepy
Sniff our
men.
cat. They wanted to sniff our
they
cat.
were older gentlemen.
They did.
They were older gentlemen that adopted her, and then they all adopted us. When we got there, like we spent most of the day
with these guys.
with these gentlemen.
You posted a
Simply
picture.
because
Yes.
Like they were just so cool and chill and like dropping gems where you have this crowd, thousands of younger men.
Yeah.
Like thousands. We could have been any place. But these dudes were just like, just so open, just so chill. Like, we gonna hang out with y'all. And I think it did something for us and it did something for them as well. Well, that.
No, it sounds dope. That sounds like a dope, evening.
Yeah, just like adults meeting. That's all. And without being wasted.
And what was the game? Howard versus.
It was Morehouse versus, I think, SUNY Albany.
Oh, nice.
So
Very
this,
nice.
this football classic has been around for years. The first time I went was easily over 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
But I think it used to be either like Morehouse versus Howard or Morehouse versus Hampton, one or the other. And tailgating is really big.
It is actually very, very big.
Like I'm saying, this is a
Yeah.
joint that we got to do next year as a crew.
Well, I get for Rutgers, I get alumni tickets every year, but I never go. So if you guys want to tailgate, like tailgating is huge there. And
Do you go to sports events?
I do, bitch. But
all right, that's number 2. We not gonna bitch for your episode.
Oh, I know tonight gonna be spicy.
No, because I know you don't like sports.
I started
No, I like sports. I didn't say I didn't like sports.
No,
What sports
he
you like?
doesn't like Coney Island.
I don't like.
He may like sports, but he doesn't like Coney
You don't
Island.
like Coney Island, black people in sports.
Oh Lord. Anyway, finishing the story out before not to interrupt.
Oh my God.
But Rutgers has tailgating during football season, so maybe I'll just get some tickets and we all can go sometime.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a big
down.
thing. They set up a whole thing, so
I'm down.
yeah. All right, cool.
I also think that we need to discuss
What?
the idea that you have a problem with black people.
Wait, we'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I mean, I want to touch on it.
We know you do.
Look where it was coming from.
Lord. All right, next check-in. Who's checking in next?
I've never said that in my life, so I don't know where that's coming from.
And for-
We should look at the person that's saying it.
First of all, shout out to Coach Prime. He's killing it in Colorado.
Oh,
That's a football coach. Deion Sanders.
who are you talking to?
You just next to me, nigga.
I mean, I know who the fuck he is.
All right, so
why you would think that I wouldn't know who
I didn't say you
Next
don't know.
check-in. Next check-in.
Next
Who's
check-in.
the check-in? Who's the check-in?
He looking at me like,
Check-in. Groucho the gentleman. Who's
Yes,
the check-in?
fuck this. What kind of, like, who you talking to?
Nigga, you next to me, looking,
Right,
giving me
but
eye
you trying to
contact.
talk to me.
All
like,
right, shall
I
we
don't
get
know
back
who
on the
Deion
topic at
Sanders
hand?
is.
Who's Deion Sanders? Answer the question.
So
we
we
are
have,
on a podcast, so you gotta
I
talk.
think Telle knows.
Okay, let's
Check-in.
go ahead to the next question because this
The
shit
next
right
check-in.
here ain't it.
So, since the last podcast, I had a speed dating event. Thank you for everybody that came out.
Yep, we
it was a
pulled
good
up.
event.
It was a good time, you know.
Yes, love the event.
My peoples was in the building. They was heavily in the building.
Listen, we were 90% of that space.
I'm disappointed in a lot of y'all that didn't show up that said y'all was gonna show up. There was a lot of beautiful women.
You brought an entire bar.
Right. One ball went to the next ball.
Literally.
Like literally.
And I think that was so impressive because it was quite the Malcolm X moment where we literally uprooted an entire population of a bar from one bar to another bar.
And even when we left.
Yeah. And then
We left to left again.
right, and then came back and brought a
The whole crew
population
back.
back with us. They were so grateful. Shout out to Cocktail.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Cocktail.
See, we don't give them free pub here.
We don't.
We don't.
What we did. Well, they don't know which water.
Don't worry, I'm a censor the word. Don't worry.
Okay, got you. You gonna shout out to
We love them. We do.
Yeah, but
Got it. But
And
y'all
they
don't
love
be-
you know, politics.
You know what's crazy?
Got it.
Before we get to Cameron's check-in, what's so crazy is we are so spoiled by that bar.
Yes.
We went to the next bar. We were like,
What the?
Well,
No, it really was that type of.
I gotta tell you though, it's not even just that we're spoiled. That was just not.
right.
It was just.
It
they were just
wasn't-
not.
it wasn't-
They weren't
it
prepared.
wasn't-
And I did speak to the owners of the
Yeah.
establishment, and they did agree, and that will be rectified.
Yeah, they need to work on that.
Yeah.
And if that would be rectified, what I would think is just outside of an event, let's just pull up just to show love.
I like the space. The space is nice. I like the
Space is
space.
beautiful.
Yeah.
The,
We should
the
just show
fact
up
that
just to
it's
show
black
love.
owned, sure. I
Exactly.
see it.
Shout out Pub House, Kingston Pub House. You know.
Shout out.
Wait, beep, censor.
Right.
Is he gonna censor that one?
No, I got paid.
Well, you didn't.
I get $5. Like, what are we doing here?
I'm just like, that sounds kind of hypocritical to me.
I mean, JP's like, I paid nothing when I was there.
Wow.
Well, cocktails. Well, whatever. Let's move on.
What?
Let's move on.
Thank you.
There's gonna be a lot of bleeping this episode.
Guys, welcome to the Bleeping Show. What have I been up to? So I got a New York State ID because I don't have a driver's license here because I never
Finally,
renewed it. So it finally came.
You're finally a
came.
citizen?
I'm finally legal. So I finally got that. I'm very excited. I got the real ID. Apparently there's a real ID, an enhanced ID, a regular ID. What the fuck is going on? Excuse me.
One of them you could use as
a passport.
Yeah.
Well, for Mexico and Canada.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The real
For
ID.
our territories, yeah.
The real ID, I think you can use for federal buildings, right? Because without the real ID, you can't get into any federal building.
Right.
And then regular ID is just regular ID. So I finally got that. That took about 3 weeks. And then I renewed my passport last week.
Wait, so we can be outside?
Well, that's gonna take probably about 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So by December, by December.
How excited I was because I love to travel and
Yeah.
I'm always trying to get the crew to travel.
Yeah, I'll be
So
outside.
we're gonna have to stay within the United States for about 8 to 10 weeks.
And I'm good with that. Well, listen, we
So-
already have our camping trip coming up. So
Yes, excited
That's
about
gonna
the
be
camping
crazy.
trip. That's gonna be so much fun. JP, you're not coming, Groucho? You coming?
Nah.
Yeah, you should come.
You're not coming?
No, he doesn't do forests or woods. Or...
Neither do I. Lions and bodies.
But we're staying in the cabin.
I mean,
Did y'all see the movies with black people in cabinets? What
Lord, here we
happens?
go.
wow.
So anyway, that's what I was up to.
And we going with some white people too. Shit. Hope y'all make
Here
it
we
back,
go.
y'all.
Oh my God. That is
Wow.
that. Oh my God.
That's gonna be bleeped.
And if y'all don't make it back, I know who's the murderer.
Oh my God.
Who?
Actually, do we have any white people?
Oh, I know who he's talking about.
Topic
Oh,
one.
I just,
No, Wes, tell me what you been up to? How was your summer?
Summer's been crazy. It's been a little tipsy-turvy. But we have certainly made it through. I mean,
Amen.
it literally is a space of pivoting. Yeah. Because if you all are not aware, your audience...
I'm very aware of what's going on. The strikes. And,
Yeah.
yeah. Still going on, right?
The
So
SAG-AFTRA,
That being
the
said, Telle,
WGA.
that actually is one of our topics for tonight because we want to highlight.
It
your
is.
work,
Oh, cool. Very cool. Very
right?
cool.
So that's a JP is normally the segue guy.
Well, I just did his job.
Thinking.
So,
Yeah, you just believe
so,
When you start playing, you know how to fall back and let the guys come off the bench. So how has it affected you? Like, is it really affecting your pockets? Is it affecting
yeah,
your creativity?
man. No, not my creativity at all, but definitely the bottom line with the money aspect. It's almost literally like having the water turned off all of a sudden. So, you know, I'm literally building this amazing momentum, and then all of a sudden it's like, so...
To clarify, writers and actors are currently on strike.
Yes, SAG-AFTRA and WGA are currently on strike still. Sorry about that.
Very professional.
They called him to tell him that the strike is off.
Strike is over.
They told him to tell him,
Strike
no,
is
they called him
over.
to tell him, shut up.
I wish.
I was Illuminati. He's like, yo,
well,
you better chill.
I do know.
Is SAG is there any other actors?
Screen-
SAG is the actors union.
Yeah.
Screen
What's the
Yeah.
writers union?
The WGA.
Okay, is
So
there
The Writers Guild of America, is that what that is?
Yeah.
And the screenwriter.
is there any other guilds on, or is that the predominant?
No, that's the predominant. That's pretty much it. I mean, because you can't have any shows without writers, and you can't have any shows without actors.
Yeah.
So, question in my mind: how does this impact? Well, I understand how it impacts writers and actors.
Sure.
How does this impact people that do the production, like the people that set up the cameras, the people
Same.
that set up?
It's the same thing because it really is about fair wage and people just kind of being able to earn a decent living doing what they do. And people who work behind the scenes literally put in some of the doggish fucking hours I've ever seen in my life. And so for people to not really respect that energy, it's just a slap in the face. Yeah.
Well, I was listening to who's the president, Fran Drescher of the she sang, and so she was talking about like all they want is just a piece of the pie. It's not like they're asking for tons of money, just livable wages.
Right?
For
sure.
And I think we all see the glamour of that industry, but we don't understand like the behind the scenes of how many people it takes to do all that. You got the cooks, you got the people that are doing hair and makeup, you got the people that are doing the tech, there's so many people that are
lots.
if they're not working right now, they don't get You know, they don't get paid, and they don't get paid enough to even make their rent.
Right.
Sometimes.
Yeah, especially here for New York City. I mean, even when you go across to some of the other places, the other cities that do host a lot of shows, like Atlanta or LA, Vegas, even Miami. Like, the living wage is different. Everywhere. So people will pay you according to that scale. But not for nothing, you know, actors put in a lot of time, background puts in a lot of time, whether you're union or non-union, people put in a lot of time, and 12 and 14 hours sometimes, and like, I'm not fucking kidding you, sometimes the conditions are beyond severe. When you are trying to film a summer scene in the middle of winter, like, do you understand what that feels like? It is gut-wrenching to be asked to stand in the middle of water that is 50 below.
Well, I know, you know, you like
or
you
that's
mentioned,
probably like an extreme.
Well, again,
it's still cold.
It's still cold. You're not there for hours.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like, I know sometimes you guys do hours and hours for one scene.
You know,
over and over and over again.
So is the strike scene the same as it is in LA as it is?
It's the same everywhere.
Because in LA it looks real intense. I see them like marching, but I haven't seen much activity.
Oh, it happens here.
Oh yeah, I've seen
it happens here.
Over at 50
over
Rock.
by you.
Another question. What do you project TV is going to look like within the next 2 to 3 months?
TV sucks.
Well, so this is the thing. So I want to explain this in the best way possible. So, there are shows that are still streaming that are giving you shows every week. Like, they're not giving you a block of shows. So they're giving you so you can tune in.
And I've noticed it, by the way.
So, which is always amazing. But if at this point you're watching something and your favorite show is probably like tapped out in the middle of the season, that's due to the writer's strike.
I've literally noticed. Because I've gone back and I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't seen I'm used to the weekly or the and it's nothing there.
But I know that there will always be shows that are like for Netflix and Hulu who they create their own content. They probably already have shows that are kind of tucked in, that are ready to go, that have been filmed already. They just needed editing or whatever.
That's where I step in editing. I'm not on strike. Holla at me. Oh, sorry. I'm breaking up the line.
So those shows will probably give you a little bit of, you know, more entertainment until whatever happens. But I think that beyond anything, they're really just trying to hold out. Literally, as we all have. How long do you think it's gonna last? I don't know. I think we are now approaching the holiday season, which is usually break time for television. So
they're gonna definitely wake
we're going well into the new year with this. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm really hoping that we'll get back to work soon because this shit sucks.
So go ahead.
No, I was gonna say something off camera, Everett. My wife is gonna lose her mind because that's all that woman does. She'll look at two gnats flying in, like season 8 of Two Gnats, episode 12. I'm like, what are you watching, lady?
Our engineer, our engineer is talking, and in case y'all can't hear him, he's saying his wife is gonna lose her mind because she's a heavy watcher,
television watcher.
She needs the content. We all need the content.
We all need the content.
Sure.
We all do,
especially in the winters.
Especially in the winter.
One of my biggest fears right now, because if I think about the writer's strike a couple of years ago, is the huge resurgence of reality TV.
For sure.
And how negative it can be. And how that reality TV impacts culture.
For sure.
Right. So it can be a little messy.
And they don't need, even though they have writers, but they don't really need writers to that extent.
For that,
Well, I mean, they try to script some things, and usually it's the drama. So, you know, but shows like, which a lot of people which are not familiar with, but is absolutely hilarious. The Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's a scripted reality show.
Right.
They're all
in Nick Cannon in it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Kevin Hart.
Yes,
So
Kevin Hart. Yes.
if you have a cast of actual actors, comedians,
no, he just looks like me. That's all.
You think Kevin Hart looks like you?
Oh my God!
Talk about the height, you.
He's taller than
wait,
you.
what's
The height.
They just pivoted. I don't know what just
Wait,
happened.
he's taller than Kimber?
Yes.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Kimber, how tall are you?
5'5". He's not. I'm 5'6", actually.
Oh hell
But,
no! I'm 5'7".
Oh right, you and
Kevin Hart is shorter.
Oh boy.
So I just need the people who have never seen us stand up. We're all short outside of Telle.
Outside of Telle.
I'm
Telle-
6'1", and Ant's not short.
Ant, how tall are you?
Ant's not short.
Evan's not short neither.
Okay, so they're in their.
Go to the YouTube channel. You'll see our.
I may be 5'6".
Wait,
but I have a
what?
6'3"
Wait,
personality.
what? You coming out with a whole like? Wait, what? If y'all didn't hear in the background, he's out here screaming 6 foot.
Did y'all?
6.
Profile.
Look, turn around. No, look at it. Yeah.
Oh, we gotta use that. We gotta put that. Your profile.
Y'all didn't hear this.
Anybody looking? He lives in
Conversation.
Brooklyn.
We got an audience
We did
camera
not.
too.
Y'all missed it.
The lobby's the shit. They got cameras everywhere.
Let's shout it out to Ed, our first audience member.
And who will find a wife soon based on this show.
I mean,
He might be our DJ too. We're gonna give him mad chat.
Anyway, Telle, sorry to interrupt you.
no,
Yes.
I'm good. I'm fine.
Oh, we're moving on from your sob story. Sorry.
It's not a sob story, you piece of shit.
Yo.
Like, are you really
Ho-
fucking kidding
hopefully
me?
you get your life-
First of all, see,
Hopefully you get your life together. I want you to get your life together.
get that
first of
Telle
all, my
finger.
life
I want you to
is
get your life
My
together.
life
I'm
is
rooting for
together.
you.
Let's not
I'm rooting for you.
misinterpret anything that's been
You
said
are
here,
my
little
friend.
whore.
I am rooting
My
for you.
life
All right, so the
is
next
together.
topic, gentlemen.
You call me a whore. I'm not a whore.
I told y'all this one was gonna be
Let me
spicy.
just explain, because this one
I
over
want you
here
to get
likes
your
to
life
talk
together.
the numbers. Sis,
I'm
calm
not a
down.
sis.
Well, you better shut the fuck up.
I'm
You better
not a
watch your
sis.
fucking words, whore.
Lord
By the
have
way,
mercy.
we had a
You calling me
conversation
whore?
about
When you say things,
You calling me
when
whore?
you say things,
You calling me mad
that
derogatory
deserve-
words. I didn't call you nothing derogatory.
Baby, you just told
after
me to
these
get my
messages,
motherfucking
we'll be
life
right
together.
back
You
to our
better
regularly
watch yourself,
scheduled
huh?
programming.
Okay, I'll take her.
Okay.
But don't look me in my eyes when you say that.
The bitch.
All right, so the next topic.
We're
Let
gonna
me
move
move
on
over
from
to the
this
other
topic.
side.
Yes.
So speaking of illegal immigrants, Kenrick, you said
Our segue guy. Oh my God. Our segue
Guys,
guy.
okay, so if you're gonna cancel anybody, please cancel the guy to my left, your right, perhaps,
Stay
depending on where you're
out the
looking.
road.
The one to the far left.
no, how do y'all feel about the migrant situation going on in New
It's
York
fucked
City?
up
Why is it fucked up?
because
For the city or for the migrants?
these whores are
Everybody.
depleting fucking resources.
Well, look, you know,
Oh, you say the migrants shouldn't work?
No, I'm not saying they shouldn't work. What I'm saying is control this motherfucking influx.
I do agree there needs to
I
be
agree
some
with
control. Yes.
Y'all know I'm gonna go into my historical marathon. Sorry, this is what I do.
This ain't. This guy is this. Wait, you finna go back a few years, like 20, or you about to go back 100?
I'm going.
We don't know. Let her
100
take us where she gonna take us.
I'm going from 100 to yesterday.
Okay.
Right, historically.
Okay.
So if we think about the founding of this country,
Yeah.
it's all about give us everybody.
Bring us in.
And then now we here chilling, settled, and like don't send us anybody.
We got
Who the
enough.
fuck are we?
Okay.
Yeah.
When that's what the country is rooted in. Now, when that's when the country is rooted in. Now,
Sorry,
I
not to
do-
cut you off real quick. I'm a descendant of a migrant. Are you a descendant of a migrant?
No.
I know Kendrick is. Allie's not.
I'm not.
Ev is.
I'm homegrown.
And is.
He's organic.
So it's like it's 4 generation migrants in here, and 2 first generation Americans.
Right. And I think that if the migrants were a different color, our reaction wouldn't be what it is. It wouldn't. That's. Let me finish my point. No,
I have nothing.
No, you better argue with everybody on this show. Don't
Right? I said don't come for me yet.
Everybody's sensitive.
I'm not texting. I'm producing.
Then I also think that I completely understand how they are impacting every system, every department of New York City.
A lot, yes.
Every single department. I hear schools complaining. I hear everybody complaining. I hear it all. Trust me, I hear it all. But let's look at the plight these people went through in order to get here.
Right.
I see it.
And there's a reason why they're here. Now, how the government is not working well together, not to solve the plight of them getting here. What happens when they get here is my issue.
Right. They just dump them in the streets.
Imagine, I had this long-standing joke with some of my homegirls that we go to the watering hole with. We're all single. I'm like, let's go to Home Depot and find some men.
Because they can't find them in the water. Anyway.
Moving. Focus, Telle. Focus.
I'm giving them context.
Focus,
I'm giving them context.
Focus, Telle.
I'm giving them context.
Right?
I'm listening.
The last time I went to Home Depot, this ain't even about Target, finding Home a man. Depot. Like, this is about the migrant population that was there. It was so saddening. Like, even though they're here, they're also still trying to work. And they've been there for a while. There's a couple of them that this is different. You got I think there are more migrants in the Home Depot parking lot looking for work than there are shoppers in Home Depot.
Because the migrants turn into homeless, and then they turn into people trying to survive, and then that turns into problems in the streets.
Exactly. Period.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a domino effect. Everything affects everything, right? And we don't have enough jobs to provide. We don't have enough food to provide. And so
we actually do, because people don't want to.
We do and we don't.
I think there's just literally been an evolution of things that black folks just ain't fucking trying to do no more.
Right.
Like, literally, we have been the porters.
Yeah. But not even black folk. People.
What? No.
Because when the migrant population was an issue, initially was an issue with white America. Those were the jobs that they had, and they ain't want to do.
By the way, just to throw something in there, there's a book that I started reading a few years ago. Still not finished it, but it's a great book so far. It's called Capitalism and Slavery, and it talks about the history of and how the two time. It's a really, really good book. So all the things we're talking about, going back to the history of what you're saying, it all ties in. Even this right now ties into that. It's a very interesting. So, Capitalism and Slavery, and it's by a black author, a Caribbean man, by the way. I can't remember his name at the moment, but check it out. Yep.
That's because you read the book like a long time ago. You can't remember.
I can't remember.
We're gonna invite that author on the show.
He never read the book. He read the back of the book, and he did the people like,
JP's calling himself out. But anyway,
no, but it's a crazy situation. I also feel like the migrants. I also feel like capitalism is also trying to cut the migrants even shorter on their dollar. So,
what do you mean by that?
Like, if they would have paid us, per se, citizens, $10, they're like, oh, you don't even belong here. Here's $2.
Well, that's been going on for
and it's off the books too.
For sure.
So it's like, and then the migrants are willing to take those jobs. We're not going to do those jobs.
Right.
Because for $2, they're going to have you doing way beyond. And it's like this, like you said, capitalism and slavery, the slavery system, or what did they call it? The caste system.
But we're not talking about stealing jobs, right? We're talking about there just being a strain on the social welfare system.
But then actually, they could be stealing jobs too, because, sorry, Kendrick.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
But like, even with the writer's strike, you could get a couple of talented migrants, and I'm sure there's a lot of them, to break that line, come in, start writing, and then...
Yeah, that's not happening.
I don't know why you did... What the fuck is with this Billy D voice? Like, can you talk?
Remember Everett had the Barry White voice the other day.
Why people, when y'all get on the mic...
We trying to sound sexy.
Yeah.
Y'all know Telle, as an actor, has multiple...
It's got multiple ranges.
It's multiple ranges. I mean, I think the thing, as a person that just loves humans, right? I think that the whole situation is just completely messed up. Right?
It is.
And it causes further divide between, in my opinion, it causes further divides between human beings when we're like, you're the reason why this shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's the plan of the system to divide us.
I mean, that's always been the plan.
Right.
It's a white person
and
problem.
you know, like think about the fact that the mayor was talking about offering people money to open up their homes.
Yes. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
And how much money though?
To do what?
To
house migrants.
To house migrants.
Yes.
How much money?
$100 a family.
Oh hell no! That's
Is that weekly, monthly?
probably.
I mean, it has to
yearly.
be weekly. It has to be weekly. There's
It's
no way
probably
it can be
yearly.
monthly.
Daily.
Oh, daily? Oh,
Daily.
that's
But then
good.
when you
That's
think
still not
about
a
how
family?
many, when you look at the New York City housing market, right?
Sure.
How many
$700 a week.
apartments, how many dwelling
A family of
places
5?
are unhoused
Sure.
because the prices are so high?
Okay, so
Yeah, it's heavy.
I'm with you on the human thing. I'm there with you on the human level. We have so many problems here at home that we have not addressed, that have not been dealt with, whether it regards the homeless, whether it regards mental issues, whether it regards all of the fucking varying things that we see on a regular basis that we have conversations about when we hang out together. The thing is, for me, is that I am much more appreciative of a government that focuses more on taking care of its own infrastructure,
That's true.
taking care of its own fucking people. It's not a fucking joke, and I don't have.
But then again, New York
nothing-
City is a melting pot.
But I don't give a fuck about a
America's
fucking
supposed to be a
melting
melting
pot. I
pot.
don't care about a fucking pot. Period. This is the problem.
And you know what? I'm
But-
gonna back up and move from the word melting pot, because melting pot is the same thing as saying colorblind.
But
I need you to see my color.
But that's the problem. That is the problem. The overlook and the overreach is trying to populate this country with people who are not quite educated on our voting system and who they choose to vote for. And that is what is the push. If you look at statistics, Latina people are currently above us in regards to population. We are literally pushed back. Our vote is no longer a fucking concern, but it should be. And that is the problem. And I keep telling people, like, do not diminish the idea that 40 million people's votes don't fucking matter.
Right. So historically,
Who's the 40 million black people?
Yes.
right? So
So got a lot of
And there's probably
But the problem
at
is that
this
that's
point,
spending
there's
power.
probably more.
That's not white people problem.
It's not even
Or
about,
the-
it's
or
not
Spanish
about
people
white people problem.
that's an our people.
Yeah, that's our problem.
It's our problem, but the idea is that this is how the country manipulates
Yeah, they been
the
manipulating
votes.
us.
But if we decide as a folk to come together for our voting prowess, our voting power, period, we do not understand and how much value our votes fucking hold. And that is the weakness of the black mind. We do not
agree with
understand that. We do not fucking understand it. We have
Right.
so many people who are willing to say, oh, fuck this, fuck that, I'm not voting, fuck this, I'm
Because
not
we'll
voting.
separate ourselves
that
within
bothers
the
me
black
so
community.
much. People that
is
don't
a
vote.
big bother.
And it's so ridiculous.
Because, like, just like I said earlier, we have 4 immigrant blacks, generation, and then 2. So we'll separate ourselves within that.
Sure,
Right.
sure,
So let me
sure.
step back for a second and go to this migrant thing, right? If America's systems were set up to really address America's problems, no matter who comes in, falls into one of those categories,
Okay.
right? So I'm saying if we have issues with mental health, if we have issues with unemployment, and yeah, there's some false fake systems that America has in play, but if they were truly about humans
Sure.
and they were real.
But let's be real. Nobody's.
That's not the
it's not
bottom
about
line.
humans.
Exactly.
I got you.
It's really not the
It's
bottom
not
line.
even about let's be real, but because that system, those systems are not real, we're now discussing the impact that migrants with their issues have on America.
Yeah.
I
If
get
you
that.
had
Yeah,
these
for
systems
sure.
and
Yeah.
structures in place already, and you were truly about.
But it was never about
life,
that. Though.
But it should be.
It started
That's my point.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
So do we? Excuse me. Do we think that the governors of Texas and Florida had the right idea by saying "fuck no"?
Absolutely not. No.
So
no.
No.
But that's always been the governing words.
But this is the thing, though.
Especially Texas.
So, but this is the thing.
And Florida.
But they're not dealing with the problem that New York, Chicago, and any other city who
that's
has.
That's where the black people at. They go deal with your people.
No. They have literally been like, yeah, none of that bullshit is happening here. Get the fuck out of here.
The Texans are still letting the Mexicans across the border.
But I think
they're not living there, though.
They've also been doing that since the 60s and 70s.
Right.
When the migrants didn't look like the Mexicans, they look like us.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
They were funneling the black Americans, the Caribbean Americans, and the Central Americans to New York, right? Mm-hmm. So we were that migrant problem because our parents were the banana people. Go back to your country. We were the migrants, but
we
still the migrants.
So again,
we were diligent people because you know what we did? We figured out ways to make society work, right?
Yeah.
We couldn't get loans from the bank, so what we did?
Give me your mic, Ali.
We created
our own.
We developed Susu.
Yes.
Susu, right?
Yeah.
We developed
Susu.
We developed our own trust, so that way we started to take care of self. Because again, we realized like the lack of voting, the lack of infrastructure. It's not a government thing. It's not a black thing, a white thing. It's white people complaining about shit that they don't want to do,
and then
now they want to do it because other people are doing it. Like Mexicans have always been in restaurants.
Always.
They've always been in the back of supermarkets.
Yeah,
but so have we, though.
Wait, no. What I'm talking about, no.
Not serving them.
No, but most of the Mexicans
serving them, but not in the back of the kitchen.
They're the ones. They're the ones. They're the line chefs, not sous chefs, not head chefs. They're line chefs. They're the ones coming in 3:00 in the morning to clean the restaurant.
The prep.
Everybody else is home to prep.
Yeah,
black people, yes, as well.
Sure, I'm like, let's not forget our lineage.
But so we're not forgetting our people. But we're saying this has always been a problem. But now, what's happening is becoming a New York thing because now we have the influx of gentrifiers who are not familiar with this fucking shit and they're losing their fucking mind. Let's not forget that schools are underpopulated prior to these migrants coming into the school.
That is very true. People forget that.
But some of these migrants come into the schools.
But now the complaint is that they're worried that they're overpopulated now.
And the other complaint too that's happening in the schools is and then let's also look at the fact that these migrants aren't only from the Latinx community.
They're not.
You got migrants who are African.
Yep.
You got migrants who are from the Ukraine war. You got all of these other, and we specifically look at who we think are from Latin America, and we treat them completely differently, and that's not fair.
Or black. From Africa.
You know, we can also even take it wider, right? And I know a lot of people probably won't like this, but look at how we're treating Ukraine. Why are we sending all this money to Ukraine?
Because they want
right. And I don't want to believe that, but to your point, would they have done that if it was a in the same area, people of color? Would that have? Now I understand. Yes, some people make the argument of we just got to send a message that this is not tolerant. I get that.
Because we're sending a message to one of our enemies.
And I totally get that.
But who's our enemies? They ain't my enemy.
Right. I'm cool with the Russian.
And that's a great point, too.
I'm trying to go there.
Russia
I don't want to be cold.
Russia has done nothing to me.
Yo, Russian masseuse, a Russian masseuse woman is
Listen, I'm trying to go. Let me tell y'all something.
Massage.
All jokes aside, right?
With happy endings.
All jokes aside, right? Wait, what? Oh, here we go. So I know we got super serious. I know we got super serious with this conversation. And I'm not trying to end it because I think that there's further discussion that needs to happen.
For sure.
Because, again, I am a person that just loves all people and want all people to be okay.
Sure.
And I have difficulties in many conversations.
That's why she's the chancellor.
No.
Future superintendent.
Not.
Chancellor. All of it.
You bleeping that?
No, hell no. I'm turning
That's
that
why
up.
she's a poop.
She is a future poop of the schools of poop.
New York City.
Oh my God! If you was in fucking hiding, you'd be dead.
Listen.
Groucho is a great editor.
That he is. That I will say he is.
And you can hire me still. I'm not. I didn't strike.
I didn't strike.
You not union.
First of all, this is the
You're right. My company.
Look,
My company is grimy. They don't do unions.
we won't mention them, but you all know
Lord
they're
have
terrible.
mercy. So we generally don't go this long on many of our topics, but I think that we're all really passionate about it.
It's something to talk about.
It is something.
And
to talk
again,
about.
this also shows you guys how unscripted our show is. In pre-production, the three of us do come up with topics, but we don't discuss our opinions.
Yes.
And we also don't let our guests know what the topics are.
Disclaimer.
Yo, stop fucking whispering on the mic.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. I like it,
love you,
Telle.
and I am all the way
I
here
like
for
it,
it.
Telle. You continue your whispering.
I know you like what Telle.
He's the mic
does.
whisperer. Shut up.
Oh wow, he's the mic.
Whoa.
See,
Whoa.
this one gotta always take it somewhere.
Yes, he always takes it left.
What's the F? I'm serious.
Always
I had
takes
to
it
calm
left.
myself down from
Yes, you did.
20 minutes ago.
But now you
I'm calm.
Yeah.
And I'm
It
using
was
the right
Groucho's fault.
words.
Groucho started
No,
it.
what does Mike whisperer mean? So
Who started it?
Who's whispering in your mic?
We're not whispering
Wait,
nothing.
what?
Let's move
Next
on.
topic.
I don't
That
even know
is
what
not
that
a
means.
topic
Oh my God.
that is on our list. Telle
Guys,
has this iconic.
I am not.
What's the iconic? No, you got
Don't
to
bleep it out.
What
Don't
is
bleep it
this
out. That's my quote.
iconic? Yes,
I'm not.
iconic.
Like, y'all,
That's the
it's
quote.
like-
That's the quote for the crew.
No.
That
That is gonna be the title for this show. I need you to
We
understand.
should rename.
Yes.
We should rename the group
Yes.
chat.
Right. It is iconic.
No way.
How do you spell that?
No way.
A-E-A.
I really don't.
Look at JP trying to sound it out. So understand. So
All right, so
our listeners out there understand that we love all people.
We do,
Right?
everybody.
Regardless.
These are just
of-
opinions.
Yeah, these are not mine.
Absolutely.
What's that?
Go way back.
Listen,
My love all
You had a
people
whole
is
segment.
mine.
You have a whole historical segment.
Right. My love all people is mine.
Wait, remember? Wait, did
I love old people too.
We all do love all people.
No, that's real. That is real. That's not a lie.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are crazy.
She's a father fucker.
I am.
Yeah, that part.
Okay, so the next topic.
What? Telle, are you a father fucker?
Wait, next. That was not a topic. Next
Okay,
topic.
so what
Somebody
was
look
the
at their
next
phone.
topics that we had
and look
No,
at the
let's
next
get into
topic.
this.
Let
I
the
don't mind.
Thank
Hold
you.
on, hold on here.
Thank
Let's
you.
talk about
so you
it.
fuck some fathers.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not very many though.
Harry.
I'm looking.
Harry.
I love the
so
awkward.
apparently
Yo,
there is
this is my
a-
favorite part of the show. I love the awkward
there's a
silence.
Kirk Franklin.
Fuck Kirk
Documentary.
Franklin? Who's fuck Franklin?
Wait, no.
Oh,
Wait,
Lord,
no.
Jesus Christ. I'm not getting sued by Kirk.
So this Kirk
Yeah.
Franklin documentary is
Yes.
35 minutes long.
I haven't seen it.
I didn't hear about it.
It is only 35 minutes long. I can't
Platform?
remember what it's on a platform.
Okay.
And it's him finding out who his father was.
Right.
Oh, I know what this is.
Who was his father?
Was it with?
Was he a father
Was it the
Wait,
Professor
let's-
Gates?
No,
no,
wait,
was
what?
it?
Wait, what? You just throwing people into the
Professor
story.
Gates.
No. I
He was
can't
a
afford
father
this.
fucker.
Throwing people into the story.
No, there's a guy, Henry
we
Gates.
ignoring
was
the
No,
on the
no,
phone.
no.
See, this is what's wrong with America. We want to dodge
No.
Professor
topics.
Henry Gates in this?
Wait, Bill
That
Gates.
went all the way left.
does-
Like, no.
He does.
No.
He does.
Bill
a
Gates and
PBS
Kirk
show.
Franklin?
I know. I watched the I watched the show.
Man ain't said that was his son.
Right. I
No,
watched the
that's not
show.
what I said. I thought that was the show he was on.
No.
Where they're talking about the history of the
Oh,
family.
No.
Yeah.
Bill
I don't
Gates
know
and
how-
Kirk Franklin?
Oh, Lord.
Wait, what? Okay.
Okay.
So not to make
Gates and Kirk
not to
Franklin,
make
I'm
light
done.
of,
Walked into
of
a bar.
Kirk Franklin's plight.
Baby, you
Lord,
gonna
we-
have a
Oh my
bitch
God, we cancel for sure now.
strip into gospel music with a
Jesus.
fucking money gun.
What?
So, but here's the crazy thing. Here's the craziest thing, and I'm gonna be.
I never used a money gun.
I'm bringing this show
Listen,
back
we're
together.
trying to get back to the
Let's go to
center.
Atlanta.
Back to the center.
I'm bringing it
Atlanta
back
got the money
together.
gun.
Atlanta got the money gun?
Once.
I'm bringing this show back
shit.
We're back to
together.
Kirk. We're back to Kirk.
Commentary.
So I'm gonna straight spoiler alert.
Yeah.
He tests his biological the father
Yeah.
twice, and his mother still refuses to believe that those are the results.
So who is his
But
daddy?
it's science.
It is his dad.
Who is his daddy?
How can his
Some
mother?
man, I don't know, some man. That ain't my homie. I'm just saying, some man.
But is there a
to
trauma
yes,
attached
because
to
he
it?
was
Okay.
adopted.
Okay.
He was adopted.
Kirk
The
Franklin
mother
was
doesn't
adopted.
remember having sex with the father.
Or maybe
That's
he
not my
raised a
homegirl.
child.
Like, she didn't text
It could
me.
be
I'm
a
just
traumatic
telling you.
experience.
No, because
Yeah.
if
It might
why
be rape.
did they say in the documentary why she doesn't? Want
No,
to?
they don't.
Okay.
They don't. But she like stands 10 toes down. I swear on whomever, I'm going to my grave, that is not your dad. But 2 DNA tests
Sure
Confirm that.
they are.
Right, like,
And they were even on Murray,
He was in
right?
your puss, mom.
Well,
Like he was in
the
your
bigger
puss.
beauty of the show is
No.
his vulnerability.
Yeah.
See, I like this. We got a
Big
man that
nose,
can talk
Kirk.
to y'all women.
Big nose, Kirk.
Women lack accountability.
Kurt has a big nose.
Yeah, he got
three.
a big nose. Yeah.
Topic 3.
All right. So next topic.
Women lack
So
accountability.
we're talking about.
When y'all watch this back, y'all will catch that. Next. We on to the next, baby. Gone.
So what about are you familiar with Jeezy and
Oh, Gina Line?
yeah?
Yeah, I just found out about it. I was watching my shout out to Kim.
Do you know what Jeezy and
I do not, and I don't care.
No. Well, shout out.
Young Jeezy's a rapper?
Oh, Young Jeezy.
Oh, that's
Okay, hold up. Let me just shout out from my people on YouTube, since y'all up on this family together, Kempire, because that's how I found out about it. Don't nobody really care.
I definitely
really
don't.
why not?
It doesn't do anything to
Don't
my
nobody-
life.
why
Who's
the-
Kempire? What is that?
That's the channel that I found out about this bullshit.
Whoa, we censoring that.
Why would you censor that?
Another
Why would you
channel.
censor that?
That's
you
another
censor that
channel.
for?
It is.
Nah, it's Gen TV. Subscribe.
Oh, come on now with this old
All right,
not
so-
communicable
So
ass
I'll
bullshit.
say 2 words about their divorce.
Girl,
And their breakup. Just
girl,
2. Just 2.
bye.
So what does
Those
she
are the
do?
2
What does she do?
words.
Well, she's on the
She used to
real.
be on the real. Remember
Yeah,
that show,
she's on the real.
with
Right.
Tamar,
I do
Right.
remember. Yeah.
Well, there's a whole bunch of them. Lonnie.
Shorty from 702,
That's a whole waste of airtime.
and who we didn't shout out.
Shorty from 702 was not on that show.
Who's the other girl? Oh, 3LW. Sorry. My
Oh,
fault.
I'm like, wait, what?
Well, this is.
No private conversations. What y'all doing?
Oh
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
We on to the next conversation because this don't deserve no motherfucking airtime, baby. Let's go. Like, what is we wasting? Y'all know time is precious.
we got 10 minutes.
What, 10 minutes. So talk about something.
How about we say RIP to their marriage?
R.I.P. to their marriage.
And RIP to the lady from 702.
702.
Yeah.
And by the way, is it not celebrating 50 years of birthday or
How we
something?
gonna die?
We're just moving on. We're just moving on.
To all of the people that
We took up all the hour with talking about migrants. This is some bullshit.
wait,
50. Well, he turned 50 and he just released it.
There's
as,
so much
a new
beeps.
I
album.
can't believe this.
No, but no, seriously, hold, real quick.
What?
Rest in peace to the girl from.
Rest in peace.
702.
Irish.
Irish.
Sorry to hear about your death.
You
Wait,
ain't even
what?
care because
I'm
you
not-
don't, you
okay,
don't even
God,
know her
that lightning
fucking
bolt.
name. What?
That lightning bolt.
So unsympathetic ass.
I'm trying to be all the way serious.
Or do you know a 702 song?
You don't know what's due.
And can we get a
Lord.
702 song real quick?
Put that on. You
Real
don't know. You don't know.
Because if when you hear a song,
oh shit, this motherfucker in love. He want to spend this whole
This is-
roll.
but
And
no.
it's raining outside in New
I
York
wanna
too.
go, I don't
Man,
really
come
want
on
to stay.
now.
Oh, I know this song.
Right.
Oh, that's them.
How many
Yes.
minutes we got, producer?
And she was young. She was
She was
like
40
How many more
42
minutes
or
to
something like
Yeah,
that.
42.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thanks,
I read up on that.
We
Thanks.
not finna spend the rest of this fucking shit.
We can't because we'll get.
Let's talk about some fun things in the
Movement.
news. Some fun things in the
Yo,
news.
nobody, who invited this nigga?
So by the way,
Done wasted all my goddamn time talking about
Canceled.
migrants.
We are canceled.
here's one topic I saw today that I thought was weird and funny and interesting. One of our jets are missing. It's one of so
What, an airplane?
one of our
Who,
jets,
Aaron
the
Rodgers?
U.S. Air Force.
Aaron Rodgers?
They were doing some kind of show or test, and the guy ejected out of it, and it went on autopilot. And
Wait, hold on. 20 seconds time out. Wait, we're talking about an airplane.
Like an Air Force fighter jet.
And the pilot was
ejected because there was some kind of.
This is the first time a jet has ever been hijacked. It wasn't air. A motherfucking personal jet. Like, ain't no number 2 seats in that bitch.
I swear to God, look it up because I was listening before I got here. I was like, huh?
A motherfucking F-19.
And they don't know where it is in our own country. They have no idea. In South Carolina somewhere.
That's kind of scary.
And they're like, we don't know where it is.
It just flew off.
It's on auto. It's on auto.
It just flew off.
It's on autopilot.
See?
Some teeth.
AI.
But that's.
I just thought it was a way.
We were talking about AI.
Am I hearing this right?
I thought we only got 6 minutes.
Why you kicking us out, man? Calm down.
I'm just saying.
But anyways, anybody else concerned about that? I mean,
yes, no.
There is a fighter jet with weapons on it missing.
On it, right? That's like
and they actually put that on the news.
First of all, that's probably in Devon them backyard.
Devon them like, oh, this is nice.
They done hijacked that shit and landed it in their backyard.
But anyway, shout out to our Air Force. But you probably need to get
mind your business. They did what they did. But on to another jet. Aaron Rodgers. Football player, y'all.
Yes.
Why is this? Why the fuck?
I'm looking at Kendrick when I say this shit.
That's what he does every show.
My nigga, I'm trying to understand. Like,
we're
why
not
the
used
fuck?
to a person in the middle, right?
But why is this motherfucker talking about
Aaron,
football like we on some football shit?
Because that's one of our topics. Yeah.
We're segueing into the Jets.
Me with that shit.
All right, listen.
Well, you missed. You sit there quietly there. You missed.
I should probably get the fuck out.
Nobody, let me get off the show.
You sit them last 4.
Y'all gonna host me and then talk about
We
some
not
shit
hosting one. Nobody never hosted this nigga nowhere.
baby.
And all you gotta say is I don't know about football, but this is what we do.
But I don't feel like talking about it. And
hold on, you're not even. You gotta listen.
How many minutes do we have?
Hold on. Listen,
3.
So Aaron Rodgers,
okay,
listens to dolphins having sex.
What?
Wait, what?
Thank you. That's what
he listens to. Dolphins having sex
as part of his therapy.
I like that.
Now you like that. You didn't even let me get my
right. You right.
I thought that's what I read.
But never know, Telle. You never know where the topics are gonna go here.
Let me just let that shit strain.
I mean, people listen to whales, the sounds of whales.
You've listened to whales
having sex?
No, not having sex, but it's the sounds of the whales. It's very therapeutic.
Is that the whale sound?
Is that the?
I don't know. Just stick with that. Like, what are we doing?
I'm gonna say that sound.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's how Aaron Rodgers does therapy. He thinks that's good for his therapy.
I love it.
What's the Dolphins?
Why do you love it?
Well, there was a man that was in love with Dolphins.
Not Dolphins, the football players, like the aquatic
No, that's even
animals.
worse.
I need clarity.
I think that's worse.
I'd rather listen
well, guys, it was nice seeing you all again.
Dolphins having sex. I love it.
We'll revisit the Dolphins having sex as therapy.
Okay.
We've got 2 minutes, so what do you guys want to go out on?
Y'all want to wrap it up with this something amazing?
That's what she said.
He got 2 minutes.
Shall we go overseas? What's going on overseas?
Said 2 minutes.
Yo, you're not invited back, yo.
I like to follow guidelines. When the fucking producer says, that's what television does. See, this, baby, let me tell you something.
Not at all.
You only got 1 minute.
Nope.
Okay.
Baby's over there. Baby's over there.
Forget it. All right.
Nope,
I'm just saying.
not at all.
Baby's over there.
Excuse me.
Well, guys, look, we're happy to be back. We're on a momentum for season 2. And thank you, Telle, for being our first guest for season 2.
Whispering into the mic.
And we enjoyed you.
The mic whisperer. That's what they call you, right?
And listen, Telle, we do hope to have you back, regardless of Groucho, whatever he says. Aunt, thank you so much.
Thank you
for doing the background stuff, which is very important.
Oh my God, thank you.
And we'll have you on soon.
And Everett, thank you as well.
And Everett,
thank you so much.
our producer.
Thank you, Everett.
Yes.
Lobby Studio, thank you for hosting us.
We thank you all.
Nigga, you next time you come back.
I love that this annoys you so much.
You feel like he's whispering in your ear?
Hell no.
We love you, JP.
You just sound like that.
Groucho,
Wait, give us another character. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Michael Jackson.
Yo, we out.
I'd personally like to thank the hosts.
You gotta do the
Groucho and
the gentleman.
The gentleman.
I'm just end.
And thank you, Al, for having me. I love you.
Look at JP's face. Look at Groucho's face.
Thank you so much,
All that
Telle.
shit's getting cut. I got editing power. We out.
Gen TV.
Getting it in. We getting it in.